Hey everyone, it's Joy here for Honeybee Stamps, and today I created a fun spring card using the Spring Cottage Village. And here's the die for this. So there are 3 different styles of houses. We're going to use a total of 5 houses, and we're going to do like a rainbow order, but kind of out of order. So I'm coloring the houses in these colors you see here. And then I'm going to bring the green in with the trees and the bushes and things like that. So I am using Simon Says Stamp Positively Saturated inks, and the first color I'm using is Guava, and I am blending that in almost an ombre effect, even though it's going to be completely the one color, but I am going darker at the bottom. I really like when I'm ink blending to have darker and lighter areas, but that's just a personal preference. If you don't like that, just ink blend the whole thing the one color. The next color is Peachy. And this is going to be a slimline card because I wanted to fit all of these houses on here, and I really wanted this card to be all about the houses. So the background is going to be a lot lighter. I'm going to keep the rest of the parts of the house really simple with mainly one color because I want the colors of the houses to stand out. This is Lemonade that I'm blending with. Then the next color is Seafoam. This is my most favorite color, so this would be the house that I would live in if I was in this fun springy rainbow neighborhood. Now these dies have a lot of fun details to be added with the windows, the doors, there's shutters, you have like planter boxes, and it's all really, really super cute. This one is the final color for the house, and it is Heather. And I'm going to finish blending this. And as you notice, there is 3 of the tall houses and then 2 of the other houses because, again, there's only 3 houses total. Then we have the trees that I cut. We're going to color the trees and all of the greenery. There was a lot of die cutting in this, and I will say this is kind of most of the timing. So I did all the die cutting off camera. I'm going to ink blend this with Sprout. And I'm not going to show you all of them because, again, they're all the same color. And when I'm coloring these, I'm not even worried about the blending being even. I actually want it to be uneven to give that variation just a little bit in the colors. Then you have this fun brick wall and arch. I'm using flannel and really lightly ink blending this. I didn't want anything to be dark on this card, so I'm being really careful of how much ink I'm adding to this, but I do want it to be just a little bit gray. And then we have a white gate. I left that white. And then the rest of these little pieces that we die cut, you'll see as we put the houses together. Let's ink blend the background really quick. This is so light that I don't even know if you're going to necessarily see it great on camera, but I'm using Marine for the sky, and then I can use Sprout, or I'm going to use Sprout for the grass, but keeping it ultra, ultra soft because, again, it's all about the houses, and I want the houses to stand out, and that's what you're going to notice. But I didn't want to leave the background completely white. I didn't feel like that was going to look how I wanted it to look, so that's why I did a little bit of ink blending. Okay, let's put these houses together. So again, there's 3 of these tall houses. I'm just going to show you this one. So you have your door. You have the super cute arched windows. I wish I had arched windows on my house. That'd be my most favorite thing ever. I'm going to glue those in place. All of the windows, all of the shutters, all of the roofs of the houses are done with a wood grain cardstock that I had in my stash. And I'm keeping that all the same, so that way, again, you just notice the color of the houses. So I'm going to put all of these in place using a little bit of liquid glue. And this first house, I accidentally put the windows on the top, the window frames first. You're supposed to put the roof on first and then the windows on top. I mean, I think you could do it the other way, but it looks better this way. So luckily I was able to remove the window frames. I put the roof on, and now I can put those little windows right back on, and look at how cute that is. Okay, we're going to go on to our next house. And If you decided to go wild and crazy and really make these houses colorful, it would be so easy to do with the different roof lines, with the shutters, with the doors and the window frames. You could really make beautiful, colorful houses. So this has that basic frame that I just adhered, and then you have these little roof line pieces. Again, it's the same wood grain color. It's just going to give it more dimension. The fireplace is just white, but it looks like white brick. And then there's a little top piece that I adhere that is the wood grain as well. And of course you have the door. There's 2 windows on here, and the bigger window has some shutters. All right, let's finish with this last little window. Then we have the shutters on the side. And I think this window is so fun. Just the decorative stuff. I love these dies are so little, but they're so intricate, and you just really get great houses. Okay, let's do our third house. This is the third different house. The other 2 tall ones I'm going to do off camera. This one has fun arched windows and square windows. You also have a door that's going to have an arch over it, but you add these little, I added the arch first and then realized I needed to remove that because I forgot I had to add little pieces in here that go on the top. Although I think I lost one of the pieces because it was a small piece that's going to kind of make a T, and I had to just trim this one down. But I think there's so many little pieces, and I had little pieces everywhere, so I think I must have misplaced it. But now we can put that arch back on, so it's like an arch frame. Then your windows are arched, and then there's also arched window frames for this. So I think it's fun. These houses are so cute. Some of these houses just look like you would find them in the countryside of France or Italy, especially this house to me. The tweezers, reverse tweezers, are super helpful in this because, again, these are small pieces, and it definitely keeps your fingers out of the glue, and you can see what the heck you're doing. Okay, let's do our trees. I have 3 trees. I die cut them from the same wood cardstock because, again, I want everything to really be cohesive and nothing to pop out other than the houses. And I'm sorry that for some reason my camera keeps going in and out of focus, and I'm not sure why, so I apologize. Okay, we have our sentiment, and this is from No Place Like Home. I'm stamping it with black ink using my MISTI, and it says, "Family is the greatest blessing." And I'm going to use the coordinating die to die cut this out. Once again, I love coordinating dies for sentiments. It is so nice. And the black, I think, will be a nice contrast on the sentiment only against all of the kind of pastel backgrounds. Now, I laid this out a little bit where I want the houses to go, and some of these will have some foam tape, some of them won't, but this is going to give us dimension. I also have them at different heights going up, from the top to the bottom of the card panel. I want my sentiment to be just kind of tucked in there on the left. So again, adding my foam tape and then just popping these in place. And then the ones that are going to be adhered just to the background, I can just add a little bit of tape runner and slide those in. Trying to make sure that everything is straight because I just eyeball things. I don't want to measure if I don't have to. But look at how cute this is. And we're not even done yet, you guys. We still need to get all of the greenery and all that stuff put in place because it's so cute. I actually did not pop the sentiment up with foam tape like I usually do. I really wanted it to just be the houses. Okay, I have one of these arches, 2 of the brick walls. I'm going to adhere that together. Then I actually had to die cut a few more, and I just did the same ink blending with the flannel ink. I want to adhere 2 of these to one of the white fences. And then I'm going to add some foam tape behind this one here. And between the orange and yellow house, I just felt like, oh, that's a great little place that you could walk through. We're going to pop some trees back there. And for it to feel like you can walk through this neighborhood, maybe to where there's a bunch of trees. Maybe there's a little park back there. Who knows? This little one in front of the teal house, I just tucked in. The pink one, I tucked that one in as well. I'm trimming the excess off. And now we have our gates, or excuse me, our block walls, not our gates. I'm going to pop a tree right there, which is going to cover both areas where the fences don't meet up. And then you have all of this other greenery that you can tuck behind the house. There's bushes that are going to go down in front of the houses, in front of the fence, behind the house to make it look like maybe there's a tree sitting behind there. And I was trying to disperse the greenery fairly evenly all over the background, other than the trees. The trees are kind of focused in the center. But I think it turned out great and I really, really liked it. So I'm just playing a little bit with where I want things. I left this in to kind of show you guys that sometimes it's not that easy. I will say I was struggling just a little bit at first with the tree placement. And once I realized the trees can fit in there, 2 trees back there, I thought, okay, we've got it. This is perfect. So getting everything lined up, and now I can start adhering things down. So I want this tree to have some foam tape behind it. So you're going to have 2 trees behind the orange house. Then we're going to have some bushes in front of that brick wall and covering up the bottom of that tree that's in the front. And I want some bushes in front of the orange house. I did need to add a little piece of foam tape on that bush in front of the tree, a little bit of greenery in front of the turquoise house, finishing off this block wall here. So we have a lot of this great greenery. And then I want to add the greenery to the windows, and the window boxes are those little white strips that I added there at the bottom. And then I added some cute Be Mine clay hearts in the top parts of the houses, the roof line of the house, of each one of the houses. And look at how cute that is. I love how this turned out. It's a cute neighborhood, a cute spring card. The window boxes look great, all of that greenery. This is such a fun spring card. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope that you enjoyed this project, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.